on the Caped Crusader and the all-new Batman! Time Traveler has arrived in the arcades with holographic heaven! Invisible turtle tips for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles! And some totally awesome sound secrets for Journey to Silius! All this and more on GamePro! We're jamming!
Hi, everybody, and welcome to GamePro. I'm J.D. Ross.
And I'm Brennan.
What's up, pal?
What's up, buddy?
What?
Now, if you're here to find out what's happening this week in video game land, I think you should put a chill on it, bud, because we've got the stuff you're looking for. That's right, buddy?
He's absolutely right. You see, I just came from the Game Lab, and the gonzos back there put together a full plate of awesome tips, tactics, and other great stuff. And where do we get it from? You know where we get it. GamePro magazine, of course. The #1 source for all the home and arcade game information that you need to beat your favorite games. Yes.
Dude, yo, boy, check this out.
Yeah?
I was at the arcade yesterday just partying, you know? Guess what I found?
What?
I found this arcade game that has holograms.
Holograms?
Yeah?
Come on, no way.
Wait, dude, holograms. No, it's like I
Prove
could
it.
touch it. Prove it. Okay, I was in there playing the game,
Yeah.
and I could touch it, and it was like they were live, you know? So I went over, came back here, and told the Game Lab dudes about it, right?
Yeah.
And they came over and checked it out, and guess what?
What?
It's on today's show, bud.
Today's show?
Today's show, yeah.
Nice. All right, good work.
That's right. So now I've got some righteous, fast-action coverage of Time Traveler, the first arcade game that uses holograms. So let's get this one going, because I think I've got my pump going here. So kick it, dude.
SWAT time?
SWAT time.
I'm going to SWAT World.
Yeah. See you there.
Whoa!
Secret weapons and tactics.
Go ahead. Make my day.
So, you feel lucky, punk? Well, you oughta. Because I'm hanging here in SWAT World with an awesome tip for the NES game, Dirty Harry. Well, Harry Callahan is as tough as they come. A cop can always use a few extra lives. Check out this tip that'll give you unlimited lives. Bring up the title screen and type in Clyde at the beginning of the game. That's it. You're invincible. Hey, I'm sure this tip will make your day. Okay, once again, at the title screen, type in Clyde. Whoa! Phew! As long as we're on the subject of movies, you can never know too many tips for the Game Boy version of The Heroes in a Half Shell. You know it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Fall of the Foot Clan. Here's a tip that will get you an invisible turtle. All right, now listen up. It's more than a little bit complicated, so pay close attention. First, bring up the title screen, hold down A, B, and select at the same time. Now, press start. During the configuration screen, continue to hold down all 4 buttons. When it's time to choose your stage, keep holding A, B, and select, and then hit start on level 2. Play the game in level 2 and go to the second bonus stage. If you're still with me, make sure you only have 1 energy bar. Now, while it's flashing, reset the game by pressing A, B, select, and start at the same time. When you're in the configuration mode this time, continue to hold down A, B, and select. Choose Leonardo. When the screen says Stage 1, press A, B, and right on your control pad until the screen comes on. If you made it through all that, you've achieved the invisible state. And if you want to stay that way, do not enter any bonus stages. Good luck. Let's check this out again. Bring up the title screen, hold down A, B, and select at the same time. Now press start. So far, so good. Then hit start on stage 2. Play the game in stage 2, and make sure you only have 1 energy bar. Now while you're flashing, reset the game by pressing A, B, select, and start at the same time. Hold down A, B, and select, and then choose Leonardo. When the screen says Stage 1, press A, B, and right on your control pad until the screen comes on.
Hi, I'm Doug Jacobson from Vallejo, California. I've been playing a Genesis game called Revenge of Shinobi. Trouble is, I can get to the end and I can kill Neo-Z, but Naoko always gets killed too. Is there any way I can defeat Neo-Z, but keep Naoko from getting killed?
solid question. You know, I know you took out at least one Game Lab Gonzola with that one, but hey, as always, we got the answer, so check it out. While you're busy fighting the most heinous Neo-Zed, keep firing your shurikens into the gaps on either wall. Now, this will jam the chains for 3 seconds. You know if you did it right, because if you jam the chains, you'll hear this sound of creaking wood. Now, if you want to keep Naoko alive, you got to jam the chains every 3 seconds without fail, or Naoko is no moro. Good one, dude. You got the GamePro t-shirt, and it's in the mail. Now, remember, if you want to shoot a hot one at us, put it on tape and send it in. We'll give you the address right at the end of the show. I don't need this anymore.
Don't leave the screen because we're coming back with a hot playing tip for Devil's Rush on GamePro.
I'm swatting it. Swat away, bud. Yeah!
Secret weapons and tactics.
Whoa. Whew. I'm chilling in my SWAT hood with a monster tip on James Pond for the Genesis game system. Check this out. Run this trick if you want to do some serious warping. When you're playing in the first level, head over to the lobster cages and open them all up until you reach the exit. Next, open the exit and then return all the way to the left. Now, just before you get to the end, press down. And whammo, you've warped to level 6. Here's a quickie that'll make Devil's Crush for your T16 last a whole lot longer. Because with this special code, you'll start the game with 924 million points and 73 balls. Hey, get out of there. Here it comes. Bring up the password screen and enter the following code. EFGHIJKLMB. That's all there is to it but to do it. There you go, 924 million points and 73 balls. Nice. One more look at that password. It's Pro Review time, so let's check out what the Game Lab goofballs have to say about Battletoads for the Nintendo Game Boy.
All right, well said, my friend.
Thanks.
Dude, the Techno Turcos checked out this one, but good. So here's the story. While partying on Las Vegas, a deep space hangout for Toads on holiday, our 3 bad boy amphibious skin rashes, Zitz, Rash, and Pimple, get caught up to their eyes in toadacious trouble.
They've been duped by this hot Thalian thorax dancer. That's a major babe in the Toad world. And she turns out to actually be the evil Dark Queen. And while Rash and Pimple are taken prisoner and hustled away to the planet Armageddon in the Gargantua machine, Zitz manages to escape by the skin of his warts, and he gets aboard the Toadster and burns space back to Armageddon to rescue his stewing Toad buds. And that's gonna be one tough gig to pull off, brah. Now, while this card grants you 3 lives and 3 continues, this turns out to just be a spit in the Toad pond because the 12 levels of the planet Armageddon can take a lot of life out of a Toad. And dude, one minute you're running and jumping to avoid death blows from land creatures like the enraged Psycho Pig, or a shark-toothed Cruncha, or the totally disgusting Robomanus Mutant. Then the next thing you know, you're swinging from ropes or riding on a jet ski, dodging logs, rats on rafts, and giant whirlpools.
And how did the eggheads rate Battletoads? Remember the system, all right, kids? We rate graphics, sound, challenge, and overall fun factor. Now, for starters, awesome multi-scrolling graphics that are totally happening. A major graphic step forward for the Game Boy. Thumbs up! With happening tunes on every level, we got no complaints about the sound on this one. The challenge, Mondo Serioso, Mondo indeed. There's a lot of Toad to do with only 3 lives and 3 continues in this game, so you best be putting on your gaming gloves. And Bud, fun factor depends on what you're made of. If you're into great graphics, if you're into great sound, varied gameplay, Major League Challenge, it gets no better than this on the Game Boy. Be warned, difficulty is very intense. It may send some of you players to the Toad Asylum.
I don't know, man. Let me see this. You know, I mean, the Game Boy's graphics, they're just not as good as all the other handhelds.
What? You don't be dissing Game Boy, buddy.
You gotta do it, man. It's just not, well, you know, it seems like all you have to do to make a good video game today is kind of like be green. You know, first we had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, then we had Battletoads for the Game Boy. What could possibly be next? Give me one. Go ahead. Shoot one out. Talking green. Let's go. Give me some green.
Okay. About, Geeking Geckos from the planet Gertrude.
How about the Flying Lizards from Lancaster?
Yeah, Lancaster.
Very nice.
Bud.
All right, chill out, man. Let's leave our character design to the pros. And speaking of pros, let's see what our pros had to say about the return of the Cape Crusader in Batman 1.5 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, the Batster is back, and he brings along with him the ever-popular Joker for another go-round in Gotham City. Now, while you may have seen these two do it to each other before, you have never seen them do it quite so well. The idea is pretty much the same old Batman-Joker storyline, with the Bat-Dude dedicated to the destruction of the Clown Prince of Crime. By this time, the gamekeepers have laid in a whole new Bat combat system, which improves upon Batman 1's bare-knuckled fighting. The Cape Crusader has awesome pistols, a batarang, and a whole lot of other firepower to use in order to knock the Joker off his cathedral perch.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
Hey, we know where he gets them. From the game dudes at Sunsoft, and they are awesome. A giant bat leap forward in the Batman series of video game carts. Seems the dudes at Sunsoft are using some new special custom computer chip they're putting in the game, and trust me, it works. How'd we rate it? I'm gonna tell you. The graphics are totally excellent, especially when it comes to the visuals of the Batman himself. The size of the characters are nearly 3 times as big as the original game, and when that Bat-Dude moves around, it is like the real thing. The theme music is happening, with new tunes on every level of the game, while the call from the Commissioner Gordon puts the crime-fighting skills to the test. We gotta say, the weapons are kinda cool, but the first Batman was more of a thumb-sprainer than the new version. The fun factor is a 5, mostly because the super fresh guns in this game deliver one of the best action games around for your buck. A total winner. Whoa. Oh.
Well, you know, it seems like every time we show up here to do a show, there's some brand new techie thumb sprainer which out-techs whatever technological treat we tried the week before, you know?
Easy set for you. Well, we've done it again because today we got a terrific tape, a technological treat called Time Traveler, and it's running on hot, baby, right at the arcade.
That's right, bud. Now, Build is the first hologram game to reach the arcades. This big, true-to-life-like game puts you in the part of a pistol-packing cowboy who's been recruited by the Galactic Federation of Baghdad's renegade scientists from the future. Now, seems that this mad scientist dude has disrupted the time continuum. Your chase covers these 7 time sectors going back to 50,000 BC, passing through modern times, and going way forward into 2552. But wherever you go, things are always the same. You got a whole lot of these bad guys waiting to take you on. You got cavemen and drug dealers and zombies and outlaws and mad magicians, and they materialize out of thin air. So you got to be really quick on your trigger, all right? Now, the game uses real live actors and actresses who move and groove and the cinema quality images that kind of feel like they're in a play rather than on a TV screen. And one nice thing about having control of a time traveler, if you make a fatal error, you can relive the time, and then you get a chance to replay the scene. It's studly.
Very cool game. Well, we gotta say that the action in Time Traveler may not be up to the standards of hardcore, down-and-dirty arcaders. The graphics and wild background effects are a major step forward in techiedom and a really good start on what looks like to be a brand new generation of hologram-style arcade games. So get in line.
Get in line indeed.
You're up first, man. Go for it.
Thank you, my friend.
SEGA.
Whoa, man.
I'm Jim Hakola, and on Space Harrier for the TurboGrafx 16, I scored 31,265,570.
Hi, I'm Alan Hofstadter from San Francisco, California. I've completed Ultima Quest of the Avatar for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
I'm Keith Bond from Ohio, and on Jack Nicklaus Turbo Golf. For my TurboGrafx 16, I scored a 58. Just 14 under par.
Mega scores, dudes. Your GamePro subscription is in the mail and on its way. And remember, if you want to win, you gotta send them in.
16-bit super stuff when we return with Gradius 3. So put it on chill, because we'll return to Gamepro.
Time for SWAT World! Yeah!
I am out of here. Close it up.
Okie doke.
Secret weapons and tactics.
Hey, sup, Mario? How's the weather down there? Now, you know how I love to revisit the classics from time to time here in SWAT World. So how about a trip down memory lane with the always popular Super Mario for the NES? Take a look at the classic flagpole trick. Watch. You can control the number of firework explosions you get at the end of a level. When you reach the flagpole, watch your timer. If the right-hand digit is a 6 when you jump for the pole, you'll get 6 firework explosions. If the right-hand digit is a 3, you'll get 3 explosions. This may be an oldie, but I figure you can never get too much of a good thing. We've got a trick in Journey of Silius for the NES that'll double your fun. Check this out. First, bring up the title screen. Now, press button B 33 times. That's right, I'm not kidding, 33 times. Then, hit the start button. You can now raise your continues up to 9 and check out all the sounds as well.
Yeah! Hey, bud.
What's up, man?
I don't know. The SNES continues to grab the attention of gamers everywhere, and the Game Lab gonzos are burning it at all ends to keep up with the new carts for this exciting new system. I speak the facts.
For sure.
Thank you. Now, after all, they want to be sure that you get the real deal info on where to spend those hard-to-come-by bucks, right?
Very hard to earn. Very, very hard.
Indeed.
So this week, we got the goods on 2 brand new carts for the SNES, Gradius 3 and Super R-Type. Now, we thought we'd shoot them to you in a quick rundown so you'd really know what's up in video gaming.
Very smart of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The peaceful people of planet Gradius are under extreme attack from the heinous dudes living in the Bacterian Empire. Your mission is to man the modulated artillery exalter known as Max, and then fight off the Bacterian baddies, okay? Now, your goal, save Gradius and its surrounding planets. Now, while this may be true that you've pretty much seen the movie and the ongoing Gradius video game saga, there's something truly radical that's happening here, and I am not joshing you. You've never seen this before, so check it out. For the first time, you can customize the game to suit your own strategies. You're stoked! Stoked! You can assign the buttons on your joypad so that you can choose which button controls firing, which one powers up. And even more awesome is the edit mode, which lets you specifically design the max weapon system by choosing from a selection of lasers and a variety of shields. Totally and completely excellent. Now, once you put together a dream team of weapons and shields, you've got about 10 levels of action with Mondo bosses at the end of each one, okay? I think you're gonna have to go for this one, dude, if for no other reason than just check out how it feels to program your own destiny.
You know, that's really tough. I always wanted a game where I could pick my own things to do, you know what I mean?
Same here, bud.
That must be ESP or something. All right, let's break down the new cart Super R-Type. Now, you might remember the R9 Space Fighter from those R-Type games for the SEGA and Game Boy systems, or you might even remember it from the arcade game. Well, this old Space Fighter's back to challenge and destroy the Bido Empire, and dude, he has been overhauled big time. Remember the awesome Mega Blast you used to get out of the R9 when you held down the fire button? Hey, that's nothing anymore, because you're not going to believe what you get now. Yeah, well, you still get the Mega Blast, but if you keep your thumb down on the button a little longer, check out the devastating energy spheres that obliterate just about everything on the screen. Very nice. The dudes at IRAM who make this game told us it took 4 programmers, 5 artists, 3 music programmers, and an editor 9 months to create Super R-Type. Wow, it really shows, let me tell you. This card has some of the best game graphics ever. Oh, yeah, I gotta warn you. If you give up easy or burn out at a low flash point, you might want to pass Super R-Type on to your dog, because this one is as tough as it gets.
Get hot! Move it or you lose it, bud! There's a lot more coming! Next!
Hi, I'm Kevin Mayer from Gilbert, Pennsylvania, and I have a hot tip for all you GamePro viewers. Here's how to find the secret passageways in the Genesis cart, Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusion. In level 1-1, jump down from the second angle ledge and go underground. The first passageway to the left has a false wall that Mickey can pass through. At the end of the passageway, there's a bunch of bonus goodies. In level 3-1, there's an identical secret passageway just before you go underground. Do the same as you did in level 1-1, and you'll find another false wall and treasure.
Hey, thanks for the SWAT, dude. And to show our appreciation, we've sent you a GamePro t-shirt. Very nice.
Very nice indeed, and that wraps up today. We'll catch you next week with some more GamePro goodies, yeah?
And while we're out here, be sure to keep the postman popping with all your questions and viewer tips. Here comes the address. Oh, right there. GamePro. P.O. Box 1678, Venice, California, 90291. I'm J.D. Rock. See you next week. Peace.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kathy Lee Gifford, and, Reach hasn't been around for the last few days, and although I've really enjoyed having Robin Leach and Dana Carvey around, I gotta admit I've missed Reach. All right, I have. So be sure to join me and Reach online. Monday at 9.
Right here on Channel 7.